Welcome back to Wondering About Nature. Spring really delivered this week. I visited 4 locations across Susquehanna Valley, found my first salamander this season, picked up a lifer insect, watched wildflowers carpeting the forest floor, and caught the highlight of the week, a female white-breasted nuthatch actively preparing her nesting cavity. Let's get to it. My first stop was Dorwart Park, and the wildlife wasted no time. A small group of white-tailed deer were out in the open, just grazing peacefully. Always a great way to start a morning. A pileated woodpecker was working a tree not far away. Those big birds are hard to miss, and always impressive to watch up close. Then I lifted a log and found the first salamander of the season. It was an eastern redback salamander. It was tucked right underneath. It's always a thrill to see these little guys again after the long winter. Both the Carolina Chickadee and Carolina Wren were singing nearby. But the real highlight at Dorwart, a female white-breasted nuthatch. And she was busy. I watched her working on a nesting cavity, going back and forth, clearly serious about getting things ready. Nesting season is officially underway. I have an entire video dedicated to her coming up this Thursday, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Next, I headed over to Shenks Ferry Wildflower Preserve, and the wildflowers did not disappoint. The bloodroot is in full bloom right now, that gorgeous white flower that tells you spring has truly arrived in Pennsylvania. And right alongside it, Dutchman's breeches, those quirky little blooms that always make me smile. I also noticed some eastern phoebes doing something I found really interesting. They were drinking water out of a hole in a sycamore tree. Nature always finds a way. A tufted titmouse and a northern cardinal were both full in song. And a northern flicker was actively working on a nesting cavity. Even more evidence that nesting season is ramping up fast across the area. And then under this log, a lifer for me. A black and gold flat millipede. I had never seen one of these before, and what a find. Always a reminder you never know what's hiding just beneath the surface. A quick stop at Woods Edge Park showed that a few late waterfowl are still hanging around. There were Gadwall, green-winged teal, and a few ring-necked ducks still on the pond. But the standout was an American coot. I watched it dive briefly and come back up with a bill full of vegetation. It's always fun to watch them feed. And finally, out to Safe Harbor Dam. And the rookery is waking up. The double-crested cormorants are returning and getting settled. The great blue herons are establishing their nests. And a bald eagle flew right into its nest while I was watching. It's going to be an incredible season out there. If you want to learn more about this rookery, I've posted a full video about it, and I've also created a brand new playlist dedicated entirely to the Safe Harbor Rookery coverage. Both will be linked at the end. And that was the week across the 4 locations. It was such a great time to be out in the field. If you enjoyed this week's rewind, please hit the like button and subscribe so you can catch Thursday's video. An in-depth look at that white-breasted nuthatch and her nesting activity. Until then, keep wondering about nature.